给我们来分享的呢，他就是 Mr. Good 啊，Mr. Good 啊 ，So Richard do good 啊 ，OK，Yeah， 他要给我们的 Good 是什么呢？他要给我们带来跟我们分享的今天的题目呢，是叫做现在的礼物啊 ，The gift from now。So welcome Mr. Richard Good 。
But we place your attention on the on this candle. We call it a candle, but it's fire. It's the sun. It's the infinite sun. Here it is. And I'd like to work with some ancient technology, as well as this modern technology. I have no idea what she's going to say, but I hope it's going to be good. So I invite you to listen with your heart. Many years ago, when it was a hole in the ground. But before that, I came from Scotland, a place called Aberdeen, in the northeast of Scotland. And I'd like to share a story that comes from this land. I'm an indigenous person from this land. That's what it means. Indigenous means of this land. And the story was gifted to me by a beautiful gypsy or traveler who moved around. He didn't stay in one place, called Stanley Robertson. And he gave me permission to share this story. So to join me to you and you to me. When I say crick, you say crack. Crick. Good. We'll try it once more time. Crick. A long, long time ago in Scotland, there lived a family of mice. And they were very happy, because in the farmhouse, there was the farmer's wife, who was a wee bit, she wasn't too clean, and she'd just wipe the table at night time so all the wee crumbs would go on the floor, so the mice would come and eat them, and they'd have big fat bellies, and were very happy. Now, one day, a parcel arrived at the house, and the farmer's wife put it on the table and opened it up. And lo and behold, horror of horrors, it was a mouse trap. So the daddy moose said to the children, "Whatever you do, don't go into the kitchen. Don't go on the floor. Don't eat there. Come with me. We're going to go and find another place to stay." So together they all went to where the chickens live, the chicken coop. "Hello," said the daddy mouse. "Hello." "Hello, could we stay here, please? There's a mouse trap down in the farmer's house, and I'm a bit scared for my children. Please, can we stay here?" "Mouse trap! Mouse trap! What's a mouse trap to me? A mouse trap's nothing to me. No, you can't stay here." Okay then. So they all went off. And I thought, I know where we'll go, the daddy mouse thought. "I'll go to the pig pen." So they went to where the pig lived. "Hello, hello. Can we stay here, please? Hello, I've got my family." "A mouse trap? A mouse trap? That's got nothing to do with me. No, I'm sorry, you can't stay here." Okay. "I know. There'll be loads of room with the milking cow. Let's go there." "Hello? Hello? I've got my family here. There's a mouse trap in the house. Is there any chance that we could stay with you for a while? I'm a bit scared for my bairns, for my children. Moose trap. Moose trap. A mouse trap's got nothing to do with me. No, I'm sorry. You can't stay here. Cheerio. Oh, the mouse was so sad. What was he to do? So he had to take his children back home. He got back into where they lived. He said, I'll tell you what. I'm going to tell you our favorite story about humans all the way from China. Go and get your teeth cleaned and get into bed. And remember to have a pee first. So when they were all tucked up in bed, he began his tale. Once upon a time, there was a farmer and a farmer's wife, and they lived in Nashi, in China. And he went out one morning to cut some wood for the fires. And she put some sausages into his little bag. Well, when he got into the wood, he started rubbing his hands because it was very, very cold, very high up in the mountains. Suddenly, out the corner of his eye, he saw a little wood sprite for the first time in his whole life. Human! Human! What are you doing? Oh, I'm just blowing on my hands to warm them up. You are strange, human. And then it was gone. So he began to chop, 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 louder and louder, deeper and deeper into the wood. Of course, he had made his offerings to the trees before he cut them. By lunchtime, he was getting hungry, so he made a fire, got a stick, put his sausage on, and heated it up for his lunch. Oh. Human! Human! What are you doing? Oh, I'm just blowing on my sausage to cool it down before I eat it. You are strange, humans. 1 minute you blow hot, the next cold. But by that time, all the little mice were sound asleep. The farmer's wife set the trap, got her candle, went up the stairs, and went to bed. You could have heard a pin drop. Crick. Crick. In the middle of the night, in the dark, suddenly, snap. The farmer's wife awoke. She ran out of her bed as fast as she could. Without even getting the candle, she went down, went to see what was in the trap. Snap! A snake bit her hand. It was fizzing mad because it got its tail stuck in the mousetrap. She screamed at the top of her lungs. The farmer came flying down the stairs, got the horse and cart, and they went straight to the infirmary. It's a very bad bite, said the doctor. We'll keep her here for 3 days. But when you get home, the best thing for her is some chicken soup. Chicken broth will help. So after 3 days, they came home. She was made comfortable in bed, and the farmer took the axe and killed the chicken to make the soup. Now, of course, the mousetrap was nothing to do with the chicken. Now, she was a very popular person and had wonderful hospitality, and people would come, and the farmer was thinking, how do I feed all these people? They like pork. I know they like pork. I'll go to the pig pen. So they went down to the pig pen. He took his axe and he killed the pig so he could feed the people. Now, the mousetrap was nothing to do with the pig. Now, this story has a sad ending. This is not Disneyland. This is from Eden. And she died 100 years ago, a snake bite, very difficult to treat. But thousands of people came. They were loved from far and wide to honor her life. So at her funeral, at the wake, the time when you would feed all the people who came, the farmer was thinking, how on earth am I going to be able to feed all these people? The only person he could think of, the only one that would feed them all, was the milking cow. And so he went to the milking cow and took her life. The mousetrap was nothing to do with the milking cow. And here we sit together with all this abundance and this beautiful, beautiful space, knowing that the same earth is beneath us, the same sky is above us, as these people a long, long time ago. And we hear stories now, not just local stories, but we now are a global community of sentient citizens. So I'd like to ask you to take your phone and find your torchlight and put your torch on if you agree that if you hear these words in your head, that's got nothing to do with me, that you will remember this story. Tomorrow we won't be together, but I want you to look around the room and see how we are one light shining, like a beacon, like this one flame. It's the flame that burns brightly in all of humanity. Thank you. We'll just put our torches down. And now I'd like to share a little bit about Eden. As I said, I was gifted with the opportunity to work at Eden. And one of the reasons that I thought, I want to work here is because I could see that it was going to go global. And now here I am sitting with you. Look at our friends from China. Chris? Where are you, Chris? There's Chris. See, here? Here he is. Stand up, Chris, please, just in case people don't know you. Give a round of applause to Chris. He came over to Eden, made the big journey to be with the seed as one of the part. Now, the seed came from a piece of granite that was 167 tons. It was the biggest piece of granite that has ever come out of the earth in the United Kingdom that we know. But in the same way that I understand indigenous knowledge, we are all indigenous, I went to the quarry with flowers and gifts from the land and plants and made an offering to the earth to ask that we may take some of her body. And and it came out of the earth in one piece, and it was carved into this amazing seed, which is now 70 tons. It was lowered down into the building. But what people don't know is that underneath is a letter in a metal tube, a letter from the Queen of Great Britain, some of her belongings, knickknacks we call them, and also a letter from us. And I would like to read this letter to you, because this story was from the past that I told before, the mousetrap. This is a letter to those people in the future, way, way, way in the future. We who built the Eden Project in this place hope that when you find it many years hence, we'll be a people who enjoy the air that you breathe, the sweep of clean oceans and rivers and lakes, of mountains and plains, of pasture and woods rich with life. That the things that you value are bare feet on beaches and mud between your toes, the laughter of friendship, the love of family, the smell of food to be shared, and the enjoyment of beauty for its own sake in all its forms. More than that, we hope that you are a people at ease with yourselves and are at one with the world we have all been privileged to live in, living lightly and without fear. If all this be true, or even a part of this be true, the dust that we who wrote this have become will rest happy. This seed was inspired by nature, as all of Eden. The mathematician Fibonacci from the West in the Middle Ages came up with this idea that there was a sequence, a spiral. 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. I'll stop there. That nature builds upon itself to grow in its perfection. I'd like to propose, particularly here with the Nashi, and hear us all with our amazing technology, that we build our future with indigenous, ancient technology and modern technology to discover this new world together where they have equal value.